It's your turn now to protect the environment together and be a planting tree ranger to restore the beautiful nature.
If we lose the forest, how will our life be?
Everyone, do you notice that no matter how big our actions are, we can still only live like a parasitic worm in the forest? That situation holds that our lives, our culture, our mind, our genes, all of these things are protected by the forest. The forest is life. Together, we all must create the forest of life.
What is a real forest like?
Plants are all important, but now the most important thing is creating the forest which will protect us from typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunami. The forest itself lasts a long time, and that forest is a real forest. I say again, the most important thing is the creation of the forest, just like the backbone of the land, which protects life. This kind of long-life forest doesn't need to be maintained much. That is the real forest we must create.
Which kind of tree should we plant?
Any tree is good because it is alive. Maybe in human society though, the most important thing is selecting the main tree as a central tree. And around that main tree there are other varieties supporting it. Trees should be mixed together. Don't plant the same types of trees. That is the basic point for the creation of a real living forest.
Today, we are going to plant some small trees. Why don't you plant big trees?
If we can get enough space for its roots, even a big tree is okay. But the roots of really big trees have gone straight down very deeply, so-called axial roots or deep-rooted. That's why it is difficult to transplant them. If the root doesn't grow, then the tree can't grow. Even if it's small, if it has a full set of roots which will grow big, we prefer to plant that one. Childhood is the most important time for us, when we all train our legs and feet. For a plant, the root is also important. Please take a look at the roots of a plant taken out from its pot, and you'll see that for yourself.
How long does it take to make the forest?
Perhaps everyone thinks it will take a long time, but roots are the most important for trees, and strong-rooted trees such as oak, if they live for 1 winter, their roots grow 1 meter. 1 year, 1 meter. After 3, 5, or 10 years, it becomes your local spiritual forest, which can protect life. It becomes a protective forest.
What good thing come for the forest?
The forest is a source of energy or vitality for human beings. And the forest hides within itself a power the current insufficient scientific knowledge and technology cannot yet recognize. And the forest gives us that power. This kind of forest is the real local spiritual forest.
Various plants and insects and animals gather in the forest. Is it a good thing? Some children hesitate going into the forest when it's full of insects.
That is the most important point. In a biological society, perhaps the same as a human society, we don't just get together with our favorite people. For our survival, we must deal with even unpleasant partners. We don't remove them all, and we try to endure that and live together. It is the social rules of life that have continued for 3 billion years. Let's all try to live together for the future.
What kind of thing do we have to do for the earth?
We have a lot of things we have to do. But anytime, anywhere, what we can do immediately is to pass on our life, soul, and genes to the future. Creating a local spiritual forest with native trees and making the forest of life together in this land is the most important thing. And we are convinced that this is the best way to protect the genuine environment that can grow in the future. Let's plant trees.
Let's start what we can all do now.
Let's do it!
Plant a tree! Plant a tree! Plant a tree! Done it! It's done all over the world. Let's see planting trees in Brazil.
In Brazil, Planting Tree Man and the children also do a great job. Under the supervision of Professor Miyawaki, altogether they have engaged in the restoration of the tropical rainforest. All varieties of life live on this beautiful earth. Insects, animals and plants. Let's live together with all life with hope in our hearts. Let's cherish all and grow the forest of life.
After all, it is you that plants our tomorrow.